The Democratic Party, Uganda's oldest political party, regularly holds press conferences to address the political events of the week. And at this one today, the DP Secretary General is talking about the continued detention of former presidential candidate Dr. Kizza Besigye.
But the executive has no spirit. If they don't have that spirit of the rule of law, that we must respect the Constitution, they will not remove.
Following the political gridlock after the February general election, sections of the public, from religious leaders to elders, felt the need for a national dialogue to see if and how the problems facing the country could be solved.
The polarization we have, especially after elections, and if an organization or a party like NRM that has been in power for over 30 years, and many more things that are happening, including the political system, including the governance of this country, we need to dialogue about it.
DP says they already have a list of issues that should make it to the top of the agenda should the dialogue happen.
When you talk about the governance of this country, where police, it's the rule of the gun now, we need to talk about the future of this country. Upholding the Constitution. Since 1995, this Constitution has been amended several times, rendering it useless more or less.
The party also hopes the dialogue will encompass the contentious topic of transition.
How do you agree on the transition of this country? President Museveni has been in power for over 30 years. What is the transition going to be? Under which political system?
Just weeks after the Interreligious Council announced that they would pursue a national dialogue, both government and opposition rushed to make demands that must be fulfilled before the talks can happen. Democratic Party also says they have demands of their own.
When the ruling party refuses to come to the table, there is no need of talking. We shall be talking to ourselves. It is like the major person that we need to talk to is the ruling party, because it is the party that is in power.
The party is also warning of the consequences based on history if there is no dialogue.
There are many governments that have been in power, the previous government, but their exits were not good. And we don't want, after what we have seen, what has been done in this country, people have sacrificed and invested to see the country going back to the dogs. So we wish to see a country where people sit down, regardless of whether you are in the ruling party or not, to chart a way forward for this country.
In August, the Interreligious Council and the Elders Forum announced that the dialogue would take place in October. However, in spite of NTV's repeated attempts to get a comment on how far the plans for dialogue have come, officials at the council say they are not yet ready to comment. Raymond Mujuni, NTV.